Hello guys, in this video we are going to do a graph of some functions. Okay, there are some trivial functions, easy functions which you should just by looking know that whether they are continuous or not, what kind of graph they will have. So those kind of functions I will be showing you. Okay, and by looking at their graph you can decide whether they are continuous or not. Okay, so this video will be helpful. The videos on this topic, graph on some functions, will be helpful for both the students of class 11 and class 12. For class 11 it will be helpful in relation and functions, and for class 12 it will be helpful in continuity. So we will see the function and its continuity. So now first function is identity function. So identity means proof of your existence. Proof of your existence, which cannot be taken away from you. Your identity cannot be changed. Okay, so similarly, if I have a function in which I put a value and I get back that value, that means the identity of A has not changed. So this kind of function will be called identity function. Now you can suppose this is your function, right? So if you write f of 2, it will give you 2. If you write f of 1000, it will give you 1000. So such kind of functions are called identity functions. Whatever you put inside here will come here. Okay. Now the values which I am going to put here, it will come from a set. It will come from a set. Okay. Let's say that is R. Real numbers. Okay, so if this is coming, these values are coming from here, so this will be called domain. So you think of a number and you're putting it here or here. Okay, suppose this is f of, you think of a number. Okay, so you are thinking 20. So from where you are thinking this 20, this value which you are thinking is coming from the domain, and whatever is the output, that will go to another set. Okay, these all will belong to another set, that will be called codomain or range. There is a difference between codomain and range. So these values, you can say this is R, this is also R. Okay, here we are talking about only real numbers. So I am the biggest set which I can take is R, real numbers. Okay, so you can say codomain is R. Okay, then what is range? Range is all the related element. That means suppose I'm making this here. So here in this set, which is here, okay, this is here, this is this one, and this one, this set is this one. Okay, so the values on this is this A 2020. There are more values. 1 is there, 3 is there, 4 is there, 5 is there. Okay, and this is your, suppose if I say this is codomain. So what are the values will be there? 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, all will be there. I'm just writing these values. Okay, remember these are very big sets. Okay, there are many elements, I'm writing only few. So A 2 1000, 20. Okay, now see, this is related to this, 2 is related to this, see, A is related to A, 2 is related to 2, 1000 is related to 1000, 20 is related to 20. Now these connected elements are called range. Clear? Connected elements are called range, and 1 is there, 10 is there, 3 is there, 4 is there, all together will be called codomain. Clear? So that is what is domain, codomain and range. Okay, so now let's go back to our topic, which is identity function. Identity function is a function which will not change the value which you put inside the function. Now what is the definition of identity function? A function f which is defined from the real number set to real number set. That means this is your domain, this is your codomain, or you can call it as range also. Okay, such that the function fx gives me back x for any x which you take out from here, which you can think for any x which belongs to R is called an identity function on R, on that set. Okay, so here domain of function is, look here, what is the domain? This, and range is this. If they are asking you codomain of f, then also you will write R. Okay, so let's proceed. Now the graph of identity function, which is this, identity function is this. Okay, this is how we define its domain and range. Okay, so don't get confused. If you see something like this before a function, it means they are defining the domain and range of the function. So this is my function. Now see, here fx is x for all, so we prepare a table. So if x is minus 2, x is minus 2, you put here, you will get minus 2, right? So minus 1 you put, you will get minus 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2. So if you are getting a table like this, let's draw the table for this. So let's see the graph. So this is my table, and then you will see these are the points which I have. This is my x point, this is my y. This is how I'll be plotting x, y, x, y, x, y, x, y. Okay, so I will be plotting like this. So see what kind of graph I'm getting. One thing, before drawing graph, you need to know this, which is very important. Okay, here you can see there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 divisions. This I take it as 1, this I take it as 2, this I take it as 3. Here also this is minus 1, this is minus 2, and this is minus 3, and here this is 1, 2, this is 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is your 3. Okay, minus 3. Now here you see this is minus 1, this is minus 2, and this is minus 3. So whenever you draw a graph, this is very important. Scaling is very important. So what I have done here is 5 small divisions is equals to 1 unit. On my x-axis I have written this is my x-axis, this is x dash, y-axis, y dash. Okay, so on y-axis you can see 5 small division is again 1 unit. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 1 unit. Clear? Now let's plot. My point A is minus 2 and minus 2. So x is minus 2, which is here. Okay, so you draw a line from here, and then y is also minus 2, and we plot y on fx on y-axis, right? so this is also minus 2. So you see, if I draw a line from here, they intersect here, so this is my point. Similarly, I draw for this minus 1 on x-axis and minus 1 on y-axis, so this is my point. The next point is 0, 0. The next point is 1 on x-axis and 1 on y-axis. Fx is 1, so this is my point. Then 2 on x-axis and 2 on y-axis, so that becomes my points which I got from here. And if you join, you will see it will be a straight line passing through the origin. Clear? So by looking at this graph, what can you say about its continuity? Is it breaking anywhere? No, it is not breaking. So you can say an identity function will be always continuous. This is what we have. Therefore, the function fx is continuous at every point on R. So you expand this graph on both sides and you will see the line will not break anywhere. So you can say this is continuous. This function is continuous. Clear? So if you are seeing somewhere x, this is an identity function, because suppose if I say x plus 1, so if I remove this plus 1, this becomes an identity function. This becomes an identity function. Yes. So when you combine it, this function changes, but this alone is an identity function because it is x. So if I write fx equals to x, then whatever value you put here will come here, right? So that kind of function is identity function. So in the next video I will teach you about constant function. Thank you.